Afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the third edition of Real Connect Live, where we bring you live onto the site of a brand new listing from Real Connect Realty. My name is Todd Bivona from Gotham Trinity Productions. Glad you are joining us today. And of course, the hostess with the most, the best, the greatest entrepreneur that this island has ever seen, Allison Mireau, broker, owner, founder of Real Connect Realty. Absolutely killing it out there. Again, another listing. We've been doing, it feels like we've been doing so many of these. She's had so many listings, so much great success. How are you?
Thanks. Your introductions are getting better and better, by the way.
I mean, we have to
I'm blushing over here.
We have to build it up. We have to say what it is, which is
Yes.
an incredibly
Thank
successful business that you've been running.
Thank you.
So it's been a couple weeks.
Yes.
So I think it's fine to just give 5 minutes. We're all going to be live for about 30 minutes today.
Yes.
We're going to keep track. We went live at 37. All right, so keep track. All right, so real quick, update on Real Connect Realty. What's been going on? Specifically, the other listings that we went live at. How have they gone or going?
Okay. Every single one of them is in contract.
Amazing.
As of yesterday, right? Yesterday at like 12 o'clock, we're good.
Awesome.
We had a closing today. What else? This is our first official lot. Another like new one now. We have another
Right.
one coming up, which you guys will see in a couple weeks.
Okay.
But yeah, everything's been going good.
Yep.
A lot of,
How are your agents doing?
one of my agents got their first. All my agents are brand new, right? As we know.
Of course.
One of my agents got their first one under contract. Shout out to Danielle. You are absolutely amazing. It's her first one ever. Like ever.
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 Wow.
It's her first one. So that's exciting because I remember my first one. You remember your first. Everybody remembers their first, right? Their first closing, not,
So walk me through that. Like when you do get through that phase,
Mm-hmm.
what does it feel like? Like is it
She's excited.
are you also nervous though since it's your first one? Because like what are you thinking when you get into the closing table and everything? Talk to me through
There
that.
is no possible way she could be nervous at any given time because she always has me. Not that anything, but she always has somebody that will answer. Like there was a lot of hurdles with this one.
Okay.
And we got through them.
Right.
But I also so the way I teach is I let her do it. I didn't jump in and take control of anything.
Right.
She was able to do everything herself with my guidance.
Okay.
Like I didn't pick up the phone and say, hey, let me call the broker, let me call the agent, let me do it for you. No, I
Right.
taught her how to do it so that the next time she knew how to do it herself.
Okay.
As opposed to other people doing it for you, which how are you ever going to learn?
Sure.
You're not. But she's excited. She
Good.
Yeah, we have like a whole plan in place of what she's gonna do, so I'm excited for her.
That's awesome. And now that has to build motivation for the next one. Like she went
Absolutely.
you went through so much, right?
Yeah.
For the first one, and
Yes.
now she's like, all right, I'm ready for
Yeah,
now
we have a game plan from
Yeah?
that one. You just
Okay.
need one.
right.
The first one's the hardest. Once you get one, you can actually build momentum on that. As a real estate side, you could take that one and you could do so much. You can call the neighbors, you can do videos, you could do so much with that one because now your name is on something and you did that.
Got it.
So I'm excited for her.
And we're excited that you're here with
Yeah.
us today on YouTube, on Instagram. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, Todd, Allison, we're at the new listing, 286
Brighton Street.
Brighton Street.
In your hometown.
in my
Tottenville.
hometown. So I was very excited when I found out it was on Brighton Street. I grew up on Main Street, above the boulevard. We are currently below the boulevard.
Yes. Not in a flood zone.
Not a flood zone. Yeah, not even close.
No.
I can vouch this is a beautiful area. I really enjoy driving through Tottenville again. It reminds me how much I miss this area. I'm currently a Cliffwood/Matawan resident, but I lived in Tottenville for 25 years, and my parents are still there. So I'm actually going to go knock and say hello to mom and dad in a little bit. So I can vouch that this town is awesome. One thing that we're going to get to in your video, you mentioned, for instance, the cool thing, Tottenville has a pool.
Yes.
Ever since I lived
Yes.
here in 90 and moved out here in 93, I thought it was so cool to have the Tottenville pool.
I know.
What a cute little thing.
Yeah.
It's like one of those did you know, and that's kind of how you posed it.
Yes.
What else do you know, and what else could you share about the beautiful town of Tottenville?
Well, the pool is one. They have a lot of things on Main Street, which if you're from Staten Island, you all know Town Deli. It is by far one of my favorite delis. I mean, we go there all the time. You have the Conference House, too, which you'll see in the video.
Great pizza places.
Yes.
I have to. I hate doing.
What are you
this.
doing?
I have to correct you.
Okay.
Town Deli. She's like, oh my god.
What are you doing?
She's so nervous. I know. It's great. Town Deli is on Arthur Kill Road.
Okay, yes. Arthur Kill Road, not
Down
me.
the Amboy not Amboy and Main, Arthur Kill Road and Main Street. That's where the police precinct is.
Yes. So
Down
it's
the
on
block,
Arthur Kill.
It's near the old Richmond Valley train station. Like,
Yes.
it's
Okay.
near where that used to be. But Town Deli, one of the best pizzas, one of the
Yes.
best places. I actually just had dinner there not too long
They
ago.
have
a
the
few weeks
biggest
ago.
wraps I've ever seen.
Great wrap, yeah.
Like it's like 2 wraps in one. It's yeah.
You can't go wrong
Yeah.
with what's available to you on Amboy Road,
Yeah.
which is not too far above the boulevard right here. And obviously you have the shopping centers, the Charleston Shopping Center. You have the Tottenville Shopping
Mhm.
Center. The banks are here. There's
Yeah.
a lot that, and again, growing up here, everything you needed is in this town. And I personally just miss living here in this town.
You want to come back?
A part of me
286 Brighton Street's available.
apparently. So yeah, let's get into this
Yes.
property. We love the town. We know the town, but we want to hear about the property itself.
Yes.
So Allison, what can we expect at 286 Brighton?
So we have a Cape style home, beautiful block, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. We actually had the house measured because previously there's been extensions on the house. So if you look at the old tax records, it says 640, but the house is actually 1015, and it's 48 by 19. So that's a pretty big Cape.
Yeah.
They redid the whole house. They did the new floors. They did the bathroom. We are on oil here, and some people are scared of oil.
Oh.
So we have my inspector is here, and he is going to break it all down for you, and I'm really excited about that.
Yes, Inspector Mark joins
Yes,
us.
he's right there
Professional
behind the
engineer,
camera.
professional
Yes.
inspector is going to join us, which is going to provide great insight
Yes.
specifically for this listing. So
Yeah.
we can answer some questions you might have on Instagram. I'm going to take a look in a second
Yep.
when Mark joins us. But also other inspection
Why do you need an
questions.
inspector? Some
Yeah.
people don't even want one. You always need an inspector.
While Allison is the entrepreneur and owner and expert when it comes to real estate and running the business, I act as the casual fan. I don't really know what's going on. I don't know what's what. I may be a homeowner, but there's a lot, and I find the real estate business to be awfully complicated.
Yeah.
So I act for you as just I'm going to ask him some silly questions like why should this be cleaned up? Why do we need a railing here?
Yeah,
Why
well,
do we got
that's
the little nuances
Yeah.
that I really don't understand nor realize. So we're going to get to that in a second. All right, we're just under 10 minutes into the show. I think that's a good time.
yeah. Let's
Transition.
Yep.
Our technical director, Mr. Granucci, is going to play for you a little video that has a little bit about Tottenville first, and then we're going to do a nice little tour of 286 Brighton Street here in the beautiful section of Staten Island. So let's take a look.
In New York, I am standing at the iconic Conference House, which has breathtaking views of the Raritan Bay, 6 miles of running, hiking, and biking trails, 2 historic houses, 4 galleries, 3 miles of shoreline, 2 National Historic Landmarks, and 1 waterfront pavilion and 1 playground. Now, if that isn't iconic, I don't know what is. Speaking of Tottenville, did you know that Tottenville has its own pool, which is open all summer long for adults, children, the whole family? And if you're planning on going there, I highly recommend you go to Town Deli on Main Street and grab some lunch before you head over to the pool. Their food is phenomenal.
Now let's get into what I really want to show you.
Welcome to our newest listing at 286 Brighton Street. This gorgeous Cape-style home has 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, and is on a beautiful block. Let's go check it out. Welcome to Tottenville.
I have been grooving to that song all morning long, driving from Jersey to the office, getting the gear. I love that beat. It's an awesome beat. Anyway, beats aside, so there's a look at the property, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Beautiful property. I love the town it's obviously in. It's on a great street below Highland Boulevard in the gorgeous section of Tottenville. But we have a couple of questions that we need answered, Allison.
Yes, we do.
So when we have questions, we like to bring in the experts to give you the professional, objective look and answering these questions. No opinions here. We want facts. We need facts. With that said, Mark joins us. Mark, thank you so much for joining the program.
Thank you for having me.
Thank
I
you for
appreciate being
coming.
here.
All right, Mark. So
How can I be of service to you?
I would like to first, we're going to take about 10 minutes to just go over you
Yeah,
and what you
what
do
you do.
and how long you've been doing it, and let the viewers understand a little bit about what they can expect when they have a meeting with you.
Okay, so I'm professionally trained, studied engineering in school, studied a couple of things. Engineering was my major. Worked for the town of San Diego as a civil engineer for a short time, and then went entrepreneurial after that. Moved to New York years ago, went through the first training for real estate management by NIARM, New York Association of Realty Manager. I knew one of the big managers of the Mitchell-Lama co-ops. This is back in the day. And I would inspect 30-story buildings, weeks at a time for the city. And then one thing led to another. Again, entrepreneurial through many years. When I sold my other practices, I went back into engineering inspecting, and I've been inspecting ever since. I've been inspecting roughly 35 years.
Long time.
Yeah.
A really long time. So you've seen everything.
Very
I'm
much
sure
so.
from
Still learning. Still
Sure.
learning. There's not everything, but yeah.
That's interesting.
We're
You s-
always learning.
Yeah.
We're always learning.
How have you seen 30 years in doing inspections? How much has it changed as far as the landscape, as far as how are they strict? Are they more strict, or what, generally speaking, has changed over 30 years?
It's really, from my perspective, the only thing that changes are trends. People want a particular house. They want, the way they decorate their homes. The only thing that really changes are some of the construction methods. Like today, the foundations aren't as good as they were in yesteryear. The appliances are always changing. I'm always having a headache trying to figure out how to use a dishwasher. It's crazy.
Oh wow. Also, you really need to be all up on
Yes.
the guts of the
He is
house.
they are hands-on, yes.
And is it fair to say you have a general knowledge, if not more, of plumbing, heating, appliances?
More than a
What-
general knowledge, yeah.
More than a
and
general-
Yes.
self-practicing as well.
Oh, okay.
I've built homes. I've worked with construction companies, electrical engineering, plumbing, the whole 9 yards. Foundations, roofing. I've done it all myself personally. I've worked with companies where I have been a part of it and laying it out, and I inspect them now.
Let's get to the town of Tottenville. We'll get to this listing in a second.
Yeah.
I'll let you take over the questions. I know you have a couple questions for Mark today on the program. Once again, if you're just joining us, you're watching Real Connect Live. Todd Bivona, Allison Mireau, Mark Scott.
That's
Mark
correct.
Scott is the inspector here at this property. Allison has hired Mark to take a look at this property. We're going to get into 286 Brighton Street, which is where we're at. Again, this is Real Connect Live. This is our third installment of the program, and this is a new listing today, right now. Allison was busy putting up her gigundous signs, by the way.
I have to make a statement.
I am impressed at the signage that she puts out there, and it is a statement. When Allison does anything, Allison does it big, Allison does it right. Make sure you use that for your edits later.
Allison
in the
does it
pro
big,
When
Allison
Allison does it big, Allison does it right. Anyway.
I gotta think about that.
Well, think about it. Maybe not.
Did
maybe
you
not.
notice the banner on the airplane that was flying by?
Yeah. The ones at the Jersey Shore?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It said 286 Brighton Street. Now for
That
sale.
was me.
Yeah.
That was me.
She would do that. That's something she would do. Anyway, I just wanted to reset the scene for anyone who's joining us on Instagram or on YouTube. We appreciate you viewing, or if you're viewing this at a later time, we thank you for tuning in. Let's go now back to Mr. Inspector here
Yes.
with regards to the area is my question, because I was raised primarily in Main Street, not too far from here, above the boulevard, and I remember that it's an older town. Right?
Very old, as a matter of fact.
So what challenges, just the town, I'm being very general here, just the town-wise, what's unique about Tottenville town, and what have you seen in this area?
Well, I'm also a resident of Staten Island, and I don't live far from here. But what I've noticed about Tottenville, and we have family in Tottenville, is that it's wider. It's more open than the rest of Staten Island, to be honest.
Absolutely.
Your access points are greater,
Okay.
especially to the Jersey, going west, and what have you. The shopping around here is phenomenal.
True.
I moved from way out east Long Island. I mean, way out east.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and when my wife said to me, "Mark, we're moving to Staten Island," I said, "No, we're not." But I got to tell you that the minute we moved in, everything changed dramatically.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, we're out East Long Island. Gosh,
The Hamptons. I lived in the
We're
Hamptons.
out in
Nice.
the Hamptons, Scott. That's so far.
Yeah.
I work there a couple times a year, and it feels like it takes forever to get out there.
It does take forever to get out there,
Yeah,
and
I
it
know.
takes forever to get back.
No.
Getting to this listing, Allison, I know there were some things about this listing and why Mark's here today that you want to go over.
Yes. So the first thing I want to ask is people always ask why we have an inspection. And I just want you to kind of tell them why they have to have inspections on properties and what you do to help them.
Right. Well, when you're buying a property, you're investing probably the most money you'll ever spend in your entire lifetime.
Absolutely.
All right. So most people don't know much about houses. They know a little bit. They think they know a little bit, but they need a peace of mind.
Yes.
So they would hire somebody like myself to go in there and explore every aspect of the home and say either don't worry or here's your worry points or stay far away. All right. Rarely do I come across one that's stay far away, but there are always defects in a home, whether we call them defects or FYIs. And that's what I do. I check I check literally everything.
Heating, plumbing, electric, everything. Yes.
Everything. I'm a licensed drone pilot, so I fly a drone. I check out every square inch of the roof, and when I take those pictures, it's a high-priced drone. I have excellent 8-megapixel pictures, and I can literally zoom down to 2 square inches. So I check out every aspect of the roof. I tell you what type of roof covering it is. I tell you what the longevity is, and I give you an approximate age of how old it is at this point. Speaking of the roof, when I'm inside, I'm also looking for water stains. All right, so that if there was a previous leak, at least we can pretty much tell whether it was a previous leak, whether it was current, whether it's active, because I use a thermal imaging gun.
Okay.
So we can see where standing water is where you wouldn't be able to see it to the naked eye.
Interesting. Okay.
All right, then I start with the roof. I go down into the basement, and then I work my way up. So in the basement is usually where you find your brains and your heart and stuff of the house.
Sure.
So you have your electrical panel, which I take the cover off, and I look at the wiring. I want to make sure that the panel is correct. With the electrical, I do check out a majority of the outlets. I check out all the switches and the light fixtures and so on and so forth. And that's where a lot of little issues come up for certain people, but most of the time they're not major issues.
Okay.
Sometimes panels can be a major issue; they have to be replaced.
Pioneer.
Federal Pacific.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they have to be replaced, and that's usually
okay.
on the selling person.
Yeah.
Oh, so certain that you just you just named a couple
There's a
things
certain type of panel.
Okay.
They're more in Armstrong.
Well, no, the main one is Federal Pacific Stab Lock.
Okay.
They are no longer allowed to be used, but in buildings, they were put in the buildings, like for co-ops and condos, they were put in. So now if you go for a loan, you can no longer get a loan with that type of panel. The wiring catches a fire, correct?
Well, it's it was the circuit breakers themselves.
Okay, and they caught fire.
Yeah, they would arc.
Yeah.
They would, lightning bolt, and then they would catch fire.
So that's something if you were to see it, and what would be the likelihood in Tottenville that you would see something like that?
I see them.
Oh, you see them?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Tottenville's older.
Wow. Okay,
They're
so
an
Tottenville's
older,
older.
yes. Yes. We don't
course.
have it here.
So nationally,
We're good here.
We don't have it.
286 Brighton does
Have not have it.
Good.
it does not exist
Yeah,
here.
right.
This is a GE, if I'm not mistaken, or this panel has been redone and
Yes,
it's perfect.
Excellent.
But Stablock or Federal Pacific was a national company, so they're in every state.
Okay.
And they stopped manufacturing them in the 60s, but there are so many properties that utilize them because of their inexpensive price at the time. But they have an instant recall and replace. It's a red flag.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, and it's on the seller's responsibility to fix that at
Got
that
it.
point.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Or credit for it.
Credit. Yeah,
Yep.
either one.
Credit. That's right. Sure.
Back to this house. Mark also does all my pre-inspections. Mark and Mike, they're a team. They also do all my pre-inspections for the house. So before this house gets listed, they're already here. They're going through it. They're looking. They're seeing if anything's wrong and whatnot. Thankfully,
Yeah, it's like an advice column. This is what I would do. This is going to come up in another inspection. And so
yes, because if you know me, I mean, you guys know me. I don't like surprises at all.
Of course.
I
Yeah.
fucking hate them. So we get that fixed, right? Whatever it is. But thankfully, this house had nothing. But this house does have something that a lot of people are a little scared of.
Right.
So let's talk about the elephant in the room. This house has oil.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's got a 250-gallon oil tank down below, and there are good points about that as well.
Correct.
All right. So oil is not a major issue.
Okay.
It's just different here.
It's different, but
Because
people
people
are
don't
used
know.
to hearing gas,
Yes.
natural
Go
gas.
to Long Island where you are, right?
Right.
And then Jersey, there's oil everywhere.
It's oil everywhere.
septic, and well.
Okay. Right.
It's just
okay.
here.
All right, so now the new thing is electric, but we'll get back to that. With the oil, he's got oil service here, which is very simple, actually. You have an indirect water heater. We'll talk about that. But with the oil service, it's you call when it's necessary, or you put them on a routine call, and they just come and they top off the tank after about 2 months or whatever your usage is, and then they go forward. But it's fairly straightforward. It's not as expensive as people think it is. It's right on par with every other energy, to be quite honest with you.
Okay.
But some people have a negative aspect of it. It's a little bit more messy around the fill tank area. Maybe it has a different odor than what gas has, so people notice those things.
Okay.
But I can tell you there's nothing unhealthy about it. And in this particular case, in this house, it's above ground, the tank.
Correct.
So if
interesting.
in the future, if anybody wanted to change that out, it's not a big department of whatever, DEP.
that's
They don't have to dig
issue.
and then test
Right.
the oil,
Yeah, you don't have to test the
soil,
Right.
and yeah.
I remember that actually buying in Parlin many years ago, and they had a look for the tank.
It's a tank sweep. They do them in Jersey.
Yeah.
It's an oil tank sweep.
And I had to pay for this
Yeah.
tank inspection. I was like,
Yes,
tank-
and it looks like a little metal detector, and it's sweeping for the
That was it. And it's,
They do that all over Jersey.
We
That,
just did one on
Raymond.
Howard Avenue on
In
the
Staten
other side
Island?
of Staten Island.
You
yeah.
did?
Yeah.
They're very uncommon here.
Yeah. This one was
Interesting.
buried.
See,
Interesting.
that's why I think it's so great to have the experts on to discuss matters like this. It's very intricate.
Yeah.
Some things you might not know as a homeowner. You might have been a homeowner for absolutely years and not known some of these tidbits. So it's great that Mark's here pointing that out. What else? Anything else? I think I didn't mean to cut you off. Anything else that you wanted to mention?
So I can save people with oil as well. I can
That's what
save
you're
I
about
can
to
save
say.
them
Yeah.
money. And what I've noticed
Funny.
over the years is that if you put another tank next to the original tank, you could buy all your oil in the off season when price is at the absolute lowest.
Oh wow.
And then you do not have to worry about that for an entire year until the next summer, if you will, middle of the summer when price is at the absolute lowest. They put it in series, they put it in parallel, however they want to do it, but you have a complete 500 gallons of oil that will last you the whole season.
That's great.
Yeah.
And I have a silly question. Again, I'm the guy with the silly questions. I don't know anything. So you just kind of get a delivery?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's almost
Boy,
like
that's a silly question.
it's
it flies down from the sky, and it just magically appears.
So-
We bring it by drone now.
Hey, you never know.
Yes,
Just
yes.
a helicopter hovers over and just drops oil.
So, for instance, they get it delivered
Okay.
every other month, and they do the tank halfway. Whenever it gets to a
okay.
halfway point, they refill it up.
And then just refill it
Yep.
up. Okay.
They never, and as you said, it can be converted. We have gas in the streets, so this is
Correct.
a very easy switch
Conversion,
if
right.
somebody wanted.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Guys, because I was about that was my next question. You mentioned how the tanks are above ground, which makes it easier to do that conversion.
Easy to get rid of
Yes.
Get
You
rid
cut
of
it
it.
up and
it. Yeah, and take it out.
Yeah.
Get
Goes
it
to
out.
scrap metal.
And gas is already to
already
your
in the
point,
street.
is already in the point. So that's great. If this
you're not-
conversation has you intrigued,
Yeah.
have no fear.
Yeah. The
That-
gas line's here.
The gas light is here. Nice.
We didn't even plan that.
We didn't even plan that. See? We're on the
Hey,
same
let me write
page.
that down.
Anything else that you'd like to add about?
So in
property?
addition to gas line being already in the street here, there's another option, which is electric.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. And for a while, New York City had put a moratorium on new gas service. I'm not sure that exists anymore. I think you can go ahead and get gas if you wanted to.
Okay.
You have to upgrade your burner to burn gas instead of the oil, and you have to run the line from the street into the house. So there's a little bit of an expense that goes along with that.
Okay.
If you convert to complete electric, and what I mean by electric is you put in what we call mini split heat pumps. Mitsubishi,
Yes.
Fujitsu, Carrier,
So
several names.
we'll bring it down for the public. Those white things that you see on the wall that go on the top, that's what he's talking about.
Right.
Because those big
Oh.
white splits, you're like, what is that?
Yeah.
That's exactly what he's talking about right now.
Got it. See,
Right.
I needed that explanation.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's exactly. Some people, yes, and I like to
Perfect.
do that.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're at 100% correct. And on the outside, there's a very thin condenser. You know, the central air conditioners, they have those big boxes with the
Yes.
big fan.
Yeah, I got one of
These are
those.
small boxes.
Tiny.
So that you
Oh,
can
that's
put them
cool.
away. You can put them on the roof. You can put them on
Oh.
a balcony. They don't make any or much noise at all. So it's
That's
good.
save some space on space too.
Yeah.
And it gives you heat in every room that you
Okay.
put it in. It gives you dehumidification, which lowers the temperature and saves some money, and it gives you air conditioning.
Here's another dumb
And
question.
it's ductless.
And
There's
it's
no
energy
less-
efficient.
Right.
Energy
and
efficient, which is big.
It's huge.
Really big these days.
Huge.
A lot of tax breaks. I just
A
found out.
lot of tax
'Cause
breaks.
I was about to. I had someone come for a consultation with doing a whole new AC, whole new heating unit, gutting it and making it all energy efficient. And the amount of tax breaks
Yeah.
that they mentioned, how much I could get up, and all the rebates that are out there. Anyway, regardless, what did I want to ask next? Anything else you want to mention about the house? How lovely this house is? What else?
House is laid out really well.
Okay.
You got side hall, which is in the middle of the house, so it's not the stairs don't hit you the minute you walk in, which is really nice. Kitchen's redone, from what I understand.
Sure.
You know, it's on a mud base, which is great. So you're not going to have any tiles splitting or cracking or anything like
wow, so interesting.
that. Yeah.
Wasn't sand popular in Tottenville?
Well,
what-
sand below the house, yes, all over.
I feel like when they did the sewers, I'm talking about back in the day, like the 90s, when I first was out here, there was a big issue with dealing with sand or the soil.
Well, there was
on
some
Main Street.
factories on the water.
In
I think
Jersey?
it was, no, right here.
Okay.
In Staten. I mean, but we're talking back in the 20s.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. I think there was a big chocolate factory, as a matter
Well,
of fact.
yeah. They-
And they had issues with sand back then.
Oh,
But
okay.
they have completely eradicated all those issues.
Sure. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember when they did all that.
Mm.
All right, interesting, intriguing. Okay. I'm great. I think I've
Yeah.
all
I
my
think you
s-
nailed all of
Yeah,
the.
all
Well, there was
questions,
one
yeah.
more thing I wanted to discuss.
by all means.
The house has a brand new, it's called an indirect water heater.
Oh yes.
Okay, so houses all have a way to make hot water for showers in the kitchen,
Okay.
bathrooms, and so on. And most people have a conventional water heater, which runs off of gas. It's independent. It works on its own. So you may not have a heater, but you can have a water heater, and it will heat up the water, whether it's electric or gas or what have you. This house, which blew me away because it's a big plus, has an indirect water heater. Now, an indirect water heater does not make its own hot water. It runs off of the boiler, so it uses a minimal amount of energy from the boiler, but it creates hot water that's an endless supply. So it's the precursor to a tankless water heater
Oh wow,
at a much less cost,
Mm.
huge.
which is great.
That's a great little tidbit. Appreciate
Mm-hmm. And it's
you giving
brand
that.
new.
That's
too.
why we brought him here.
Yeah, I love
He's the
this.
man.
These are the things. If you're looking for a property in the beautiful town of Tottenville, this is your new home.
Yeah.
You have to check it out. When are
Open house this weekend, 12 to 4, Saturday and Sunday.
Forgot to mention that. My goodness.
Yes.
Excellent. Mark, thank you
Thank
so
you so much.
Absolutely,
for the
my
insight.
pleasure.
Appreciate that. A lot of cool things that we
Yeah.
didn't know, and I like the explanation. Just so people that are viewing, whether it be now live on YouTube or on
Or
Instagram,
later.
or viewing later, and it's not just good for this property. To be fair,
No, it's forever. No, absolutely.
This is just great general knowledge,
Yeah.
truly. And I'm intrigued at the next property that you inspect for Allison, and to hear
Well,
what
we'll
you
talk
put-
about
yeah,
it next
we'll
time.
talk about it on the next one.
Yeah, I think it's
I
very.
think it's very
intriguing.
important.
Yes, for sure. All right, let's show that video one more time. We're going to show the little bit of tour at Tottenville, followed by the actual tour of 286 Brighton Street, below Highland Boulevard, here in the beautiful Tottenville section of Staten Island.
Island, New York. I am Staten.
Awesome. Mark, you're a pro. Got a great voice.
Running, hiking, and biking trails, 2 historic houses, 4 galleries, 3 miles of shoreline, 2 National Historic Landmarks, and 1 waterfront pavilion and 1 playground. Now, if that isn't iconic, I don't know what is. Speaking of Tottenville, did you know that Tottenville has its own pool, which is open all summer long for adults, children, the whole family? And if you're planning on going there, I highly recommend you go to Town Deli on Main Street and grab some lunch before you head over to the pool. Their food is phenomenal. Now let's get into what I really want to show you. Welcome to our newest listing at 286 Brighton Street. This gorgeous Cape-style home has 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, and is on a beautiful block. Let's go check it out. to Todd.
And we're back. Welcome to 286 Brighton Street in Tottenville, Staten Island. Todd Bivona, Allison Mireau, Bliss.
Hi.
I didn't say your last name, Bliss.
Falcone.
Falcone. I knew that. Just testing you. Good job. Bliss Falcone joins us. We're going to stop with the 286 Brighton talk for 1 second. We have some awesome, amazing,
Exciting news. She's super
exciting news.
embarrassed.
She's excited. Look at her.
I am excited. I just had a baby.
Yay!
And she looks phenomenal. The baby's not even 2 weeks old. She looks
Oh my God, 2
phenomenal.
weeks, that's
Thank
amazing.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's baby?
She's good. She's good.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Home with daddy
Yes. Yes.
Good.
And her brothers.
and the brothers, of course.
Yeah.
Mommy and clearly you guys are doing well. You look
Yes,
fantastic
Thank
again.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Excited?
Yes. Very.
Number 3.
Yeah. And a
Oh my
girl.
God. And a girl, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Brothers are the brothers are excited.
Yes. Very.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Baby
Yeah.
sis, cool, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. So
Yeah.
nice to see you again.
Thank
Great
you.
to
Nice
have
to
you
see
here.
you.
How excited are you? You're right back into it. By the way,
Yes.
God bless, right?
Not even
2
2 weeks.
And she's here. She's live on air, and we're
Yes.
talking about another listing. You're
Yes.
Yeah.
right back at it.
Yep.
Talk to me about the listing a little bit. You got to be as excited, of course, as Allison, I'm
Yes.
sure.
Yes. Very excited. Very excited.
Great location.
Great location.
Friends in Tottenville. Did you live in Tottenville? Did you live in Tottenville? at some
No,
point?
no. I didn't live. No,
Oh,
I was
okay.
in Eltingville.
You were in Eltingville.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever
But
make your way down to Tottenville?
yeah. It's nice out here. Got the conference house.
Conference house.
My kids love to ride their bikes down there.
Conference house is awesome.
Yeah.
4th of July fireworks are
Yes.
always a
Yes.
big
Yes.
draw. Conference house. Oh, the new pavilion,
Yes.
which is gorgeous, by the way. You can
Mhm.
actually catch a lot concert series that they have there. My goodness, I
Yeah.
completely forgot.
I think the
They
schedule.
do yoga too down there.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
schedule comes out in like a week or two
Okay. Okay.
with like the concert layout there
Yeah.
and then the boardwalk,
Yeah.
like for the movies on the
Which-
beach.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
that's
Oh
what
yeah.
I'm
Do
saying,
they do that here? They do,
They
right? I
they
think
do. Yeah, there's 2 different schedules that come out. I think
Yeah.
it's like 2 weeks.
So you have the conference
Yeah.
house. Come up to Main Street, and you have tons on Main Street.
Yeah.
Amboy Road is packed. One of the best restaurants, Angelina's, of course, on Ellis Street. What else do we have?
There's
the
a
coffee
park right down the block too, like
What's
a
that?
kids park.
Yes.
Right
Yes,
down the
there
block.
is a kids park. So
Yes.
we are below the boulevard. Excellent point.
Mm-hmm.
There is a kids park
I'm pretty sure you could
down.
walk.
Yeah, absolutely.
here.
Walking distance.
That's
from
where
here.
they take their daughter.
Oh, okay.
To
So
that
there you go.
park.
You can
yeah.
walk.
286 Brighton is within walking
Yes.
distance
Yes.
of an awesome little kids
Well, we
park.
really can't say walking distance.
No?
No.
Why?
What if you can't walk to it?
All right. But it's close.
Yeah.
You can ride to it.
We could.
You can ride to it. Or a scooter
The
on
rules
it,
are
or-
so ridiculous.
However you want to get there, it's close.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's close by. How
Yes,
about that,
yes,
folks?
yes.
Okay. What else is in Tottenville? Of course, a lot of things are on Amboy Road. DeLucas is also
Yes.
here.
Oh, there's
Danny's,
a lot of
The coffee
Reggiano's,
shop.
there's a
the
lot of
coffee
little
shop,
kids
Main
places
Street
too.
Coffee.
Kids in Shape, I think it is, where like
Yes.
they
Yes.
have parties. They
Crafty
put Racia right down the block too by Venus Farmhouse, is it?
Oh, yes, Venus Farmhouse
that
on
like
Ellis Street.
indoor racing.
That's the
thing.
beginning.
Yes.
That's the beginning of Ellis Street.
Yeah.
What?
And there's 2 train stations in Tottenville.
Yes, there
Yes.
is.
The
2
only
train stops. The only the only area in Tottenville that has 2 train stations.
Oh,
What?
you messed up the delivery.
No.
Oh, why?
The only town in Staten Island
The
that
only-
has
the
2
only
train
neighborhood?
stations. Yes.
I can't
Ah.
stand here.
I was so
Alright.
excited for her to get it, and she didn't get it. The only town in
It-
Staten
yeah,
Island
with
with
2.
2 train
Yes.
stops
The
is
top of
Tottenville.
Maine.
Yep.
At one point, it
Yeah.
had 3 folks.
Really?
3.
Yeah.
Tottenville,
2.
Richmond Valley, Nassau.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
The old school
okay.
Nassau smelting plant that used to be here
Okay.
many years ago, which I think was what he was mentioned. He was kind of Mark was alluding to.
Yeah.
And that's Mark with a C, M-A-R-C. Hi, Mark. His name is Mark, M-A-R-C. Appreciate Mark Scott, by the way. He was an awesome interview.
Yes.
Anyway, Tottenville is awesome. Banks,
Everything-
laundromats.
Everything you need is in Tottenville. Literally.
As you can see, I'm a little jaded.
It's like
I love
the
They
Highland
got
Tottenville.
nice
Boulevard
coffee
side.
shops here too.
Yes,
Yes.
Main Street
Yeah.
Coffee.
We've been to every
The
single one.
Venus Farmhouse we have.
Venus is there, yes.
I mean, you have Starbucks.
Yes.
And of course, you have everything. But that's past Page Avenue. It is a small town though.
It is. But
Yeah.
even you can still go to Charleston. Target's
Yeah,
right there.
I mean,
Yeah, they're right
Page
there.
Avenue.
Tottenville's not like
Yeah.
Like a lot of people consider Page Avenue is supposed to be like the cutoff, but like when you get to Page Plaza Diner,
Yeah.
like to me that's a Tottenville place.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
it's
know.
technically it's
Charleston.
Charleston.
That's technically
Yeah.
Charleston.
Because
Yeah.
we have to make sure
We
on
figured
our
that, yeah.
yeah.
Ariana South is considered Richmond Valley.
Yeah.
They just opened the Nona's here too.
Yes.
No, yeah. What else is here? What's the Mexican place?
Everything. If
Everything
you
is
actually
here.
look at our Welcome to Tottenville book, everything's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so check it out. I know she has a couple of videos about Tottenville.
Yeah.
So if you're
Oh,
curious
yeah, on
about
YouTube.
Yeah.
if you're curious about the town, just go
Yeah.
to Real Connect Realty's YouTube channel that you might be watching right now, or just type it in Real Connect Realty, Tottenville, and a video will sure to pop up. All right, we're almost done on time, but I think we wanted to try and
Yeah,
do
let's
a
do
live
a house tour.
right.
Let's show them around.
All right. So with that being said,
Mm.
with the powers that be behind the scenes, Michael Granucci is going to take us for a little tour around the house, very carefully, might I add, because we do have our cute little
Setup.
TV show set up. I refuse to call it a podcast, by the way. I hate.
Yeah, we don't
everything
know what it's
calls
called yet.
podcast.
We'll figure that out. It's not going to
It's-
be Real Connect Realty Live. It's going to be something else.
She doesn't like my name.
No, I don't. It's going to be something else, but right now, that's what it is.
No, I think I called it Real Connect Live.
Yes,
Real
you
Connect.
did.
It's Real Connect Live.
You did.
I'm not loving it, but that's okay, because
Whatever, Allison.
we grow. We grow.
It's her program. I don't care. Whatever she wants to call it, she'll call it. I need to do a placeholder. It's fine. Anyway, all right. Ready to take that camera? And all right. Well, take it. Actually, take it on the. Is it live? Take it onto the air so everyone can see it. Go ahead. There we go. Okay, so we can get off our hats here. So we don't need these anymore. But we're still live to YouTube.
Instagram.
We're still live to Instagram on that phone. And we are still live via this phone, though.
Should we shut Instagram off? Because we're going to.
Yeah, because we're probably going to lose them.
All right, so we're going to lose you. We will answer all of your questions. Congratulations, Blair. Yeah.
A bunch of people joined. All right. So again, we are still live.
37.
This is in
Yeah, look.
stealth mode, so you can see kitchen right behind me. Really very cool. But I'm going to hand it over to Allison and Bliss to really get the tour going here at 286. Yeah,
Brighton Street. Hi.
All right. So you guys want to go?
Yeah, let's go to the front.
Yeah. Here we go. This is
You
happening.
should do it. You want to do it? Oh, yeah.
This is a legit live tour. I mean, this is kind of cool. Do we want to go see the?
We'll show them the outside.
Show them the sign. Go ahead.
Oh, yes, my sign.
Yeah.
Our sign.
So here is the big Jagundo sign that I was
Yeah.
talking about. The
Gorgeous.
Real Connect Realty sign. How
So
beautiful.
this is your driveway. So you have one. You can fit 2 cars here because they have 2, and then you can fit a car right in the front.
Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful block.
Garage. Nice. Wide shot. We're going to take a look at the block. Beautiful Tottenville. Beautiful Tottenville. Classic. Oh, look at how beautiful it is out, by the way. All right.
Listen, it could be raining. Thank God. Thank
Yeah, I
God,
know.
right?
Yeah, it could be worse.
Morning. I know.
All right. Lead the way, ladies.
Maybe we'll do the backyard because we're out here.
Sure, we could do that.
Just so we go straight down.
Once again, this is 286
Newer
Brighton
siding.
Street.
As well.
Newer.
Mhm.
See?
Nice patio in the back.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a nice sized yard.
Here's your patio. Pool. No, that's not a permanent, right? That's
No, that's just a blow up.
the blow pool. Oh, how beautiful. I mean, it's not
If
theirs,
you
but
wanted to put it in
how pretty is that?
You could. You have the space right here. You could do in ground. You could do above. Yeah, you have enough space as you see.
nice. That's not their tree, but that's a beautiful tree.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it
Just
not
saying.
good.
Nice backdrop. Nice backdrop, though. Okay. And here's the back of the house. Nice little table. There's the back.
There's the Florida room.
What do they call it?
Florida room.
Florida room.
Sunroom.
Ah, interesting. Nice little sunroom. Okay.
Should we go in through the back? Or
Let's
the front?
go in through the back. That's fine.
So we're not gonna go in the basement.
No
There's no
basement.
reason to?
Nah, no reason to go to the basement. It's okay. Here's that Florida room.
How cute.
Sunroom.
How cute. I know.
I thought
How
this
cute.
is so, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I wanted to do the show from, but I was like, it's a little tight. But how cool is this?
How cute.
I mean, I think that's so
Yeah.
awesome.
Cute
Cute little nook in the Florida sunroom, which I think is awesome. I never knew that was called Florida room. Oh, nice little wreath. And we come to our first full bathroom. Oh, hi, Todd. There I am. Looks great in here. Excellent. Real live tour.
Yes.
This is cool. For the first time for everyone. Look how beautiful that looks. That's great. And we're moving into the kitchen. And Allison, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you said this is a
It's a newer kitchen, yes.
newer kitchen.
So
Beautiful
they bought it in
appliances.
2017. It was brand new when they bought it. All the appliances are staying.
I love the backsplash. Look at that. The little things, right? All right. And here's the cute little table. Perfect for this space. Okay. And then we come to our setup. Say hello, Michael. Live. And so I have a silly question. What would you? This is like a
Yeah.
Oh, this is a dining room.
Here, you can table if you wanted. Table. Office here before we actually staged. We staged it.
Got it.
We staged all our things. So
Of course, everyone knows. All right. The bedroom.
the first bedroom's right here.
All right, we're gonna take a look into the live look into the bedroom. That is a nice size.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, this is lovely. Oh, nice. Nice little desk setup. Obviously, they have a child. They have a beautiful daughter. Here we go. And there is that bedroom. Okay. Next. We keep moving. How's it look so far? I guess that's good. All right.
Thanks for answering, Mike.
All right. So this is the living room. So we saw the front door. You want to do the full reveal, close and open? Hello.
Welcome home.
There you go. Perfect. And here is your living room, which I think is awesome. Plenty of room. TV on that side, which makes sense. Okay. And are we going to go upstairs?
Yes, we have a master suite upstairs, which they use as their master suite and an office.
Okay.
So you could either, I'll show you when we go upstairs.
Let's take a look. Here we go. Renix, it's good, bud? How's it sound? Oh, wow. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this space a lot. Yo, dig at the guitars.
The guitars don't come with the house.
Oh, come on.
Sorry, we are so sorry.
Oh, this is so nice.
Yeah, but they didn't want closed-door closets. They love this. So, and I think this is absolutely beautiful. And this is staying as well because it fits perfectly. It matches. It's just gorgeous.
Oh, wow. That's good to know. Good to know that that is staying. So that's a good little note here.
So he has his office here on one side and then this here.
Nice. And then let's just show the office one more time.
Yeah.
Plenty of room here. Nice chair. Good setup. 3-monitor setup. He knows what he's doing. Well, I love it. All right. Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. So let's go back downstairs and close it out. Ooh, watch it. Here's our setup. Back to where we were. Back to square one. I'll hand that to you. I'll hand out the headsets one more time, and we're going to say goodbye to everybody. Thank them for joining us. All right, Granucci, you can take us live now.
There you go, Bliss. Yeah, you're getting it. Oh, Allison, you're getting it. All right.
Well, I can see her. You let me go like 20 minutes with my hair like all crazy.
Not cool.
I would never do that to her. Apparently he would.
Not cool.
My bad. Anyway, that was 28. Sorry. Don't spray. That was 286 Brighton Street here in the beautiful Tottenville section of Staten Island. That was very cool. That was a live tour of the entire house. We went in the backyard. We saw the backyard. We saw the Florida / sunroom, or I'm going to call it the Florida sunroom because I didn't know that's what it was called. The nice redone kitchen, Cute little kitchen table area, this nice little dining space, if you want to use it as such, whatever you decide. Cool little space. We saw one bedroom here as well. Oh, we went back outside to the front, came and saw the living room, went upstairs to an awesome big master bedroom?
Master suite. Yeah.
Master suite, which is really well done. Good note by Allison, by the way. That piece of furniture, and
Is
if you want to
staying.
scroll back right now, there's a piece of furniture up that you really got to go see.
Yeah.
That's staying.
Yes.
I think that's
It fits
great.
perfectly. It's perfect for that wall.
Yeah.
Great
So
to
it's gonna stay.
Yeah. All right. Well. All right. So we went a little bit over. We tried so hard. We started at 37, and now it's 22. So we went a little bit over.
Okay,
we
so
went
not
over
an
50.
hour, though.
Not an hour though.
All right, we're doing better. We're doing better.
Yeah.
It's tough. We have to be a little bit more strict. But anyway, Bliss, congratulations once again
Thank
for
you.
real. I'm so
Thank
excited
you.
for you. It's got to be great.
Yes.
Again, you look fantastic.
Thank
and
you.
Bless the little baby's heart. I think it's awesome.
Thank you.
Many great things happening. So it's good.
Yes.
Allison, thanks for having me.
Thank you. Always.
Appreciate it. This was fun. This
Yeah,
was cool.
that's always fun.
Yeah, number 3 in the books.
Yeah, we like to.
What'd you
have fun.
think?
I think it's great.
It's cool, right?
I love being different. I love doing different.
Yes.
So this is the stepping to new different.
Yes.
We have a lot of things in the works coming out, and
Yes.
we can't do it all at once because that's my bad thing, right? I just want to do it all
Yeah,
at once.
no,
We
yeah.
can't.
Real Connect wants to be live, wants to be different, wants
Yeah.
to be better, and wants to be able to represent their clients
Yes.
and be able to allow you, the viewer, the buyer, the ease of access of information and
Yes.
seeing and getting the whole experience. And one thing I want to hark back to from episode 2 was how they are a company in full. I did not realize how much Allison can do for you, not just for buying a house. She does everything from soup to nuts, and I'm excited to eventually be
Wait till they
working with
see
her.
what we're about to announce.
I know, right?
Wow.
We can't say it yet,
No.
but soon,
Well-
soon.
Yeah, soon.
But last time we were talking about HELOCs.
Yes.
And how if we want to go to you and your company, like this is what they do. So I just think it's great. I think it's great what you're doing. I believe
Thank
in
you.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
I'm excited for you because you have your new home right here, 286 Brighton Street in Tottenville,
Yes.
section of Staten Island. My name is Todd Bivona from Gotham Trinity Production. We appreciate you joining us. Thank you, Michael Granucci, behind the scenes. We appreciate you as well. And we will see you at the next listing. It's going to be phenomenal.
Yes, it
Yes.
is.
Can't say anything about it
No.
yet, but I know it's going to be different. It's going to be bigger,
Yes.
and we're going to make it even better. All right, that's it for Real Connect Live, the name
Bye.
that she doesn't like, here for this program. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Island, New York. I am standing at the iconic conference house, which has breathtaking views of the Raritan Bay. 6 miles of running, hiking, and biking trails, 2 historic houses, 4 galleries, 3 miles of shoreline, 2 National Historic Landmarks, and 1 waterfront pavilion and 1 playground. Now, if that isn't iconic, I don't know what is. Speaking of Tottenville, did you know that Tottenville has its own pool, which is open all summer long for adults, children, the whole family? And if you're planning on going there, I highly recommend you go to Town Deli on Main Street and grab some lunch before you head over to the pool. Their food is phenomenal.
Now let's get into what I really want to show you.
Welcome to our newest listing at 286 Brighton Street. This gorgeous Cape-style home has 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, and is on a beautiful block. Let's go check it out.